So, I just got a notification that Amy uploaded a new video called Restart Button Please. So, I'm going to react to it and see what I think. I have some videos coming up for download soon. I have about 4 that need to be edited. Like I said, my computer takes forever. So, I don't think I'll get them all uploaded today, but hopefully tomorrow. But until then, let's see what her video is about.
Welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for stopping in to check out my channel. If you're new, if you haven't already subscribed, would you hit that little subscribe button down there below with the notification bell? That way you get notified every time that I upload and also when I go live. So I just am coming on to talk a little bit. I feel like there's a need for it. Yes, I'm correcting my hijab, you guys. I am. I get a lot of comments about that.
Yeah, I actually saw something like that where it was like some of her quirks, and correcting her hijab is one of them. Although I get it, because I can't even imagine like how uncomfortable that is when you have a little fat in your face. Like, it must sit weird. So like it probably, I mean, shoot, if I wear a shirt that's like slightly a little too short and it wants to rise up, I'm constantly trying to fix it. So I imagine it must be the same with the hijab, where it's just like not wanting to sit on her face properly. So I don't really think that's an issue or anything. It's just funny that people are like, oh, she does this and this.
She corrects her hijab. Well, because I have a double chin.
Yeah.
See my double chin?
Like,
Does everybody see my double chin? Yes, I have a double chin. And when I have this and I put it like that, as I'm talking, it slips up,
Mm-hmm.
to where it's like this. And I don't know if that's what I'm supposed to. That just doesn't look right. This just really, it's like
becoming more of a burqa than anything. There you go.
Peekaboo.
Oh my goodness.
Anyways, so I have to constantly pull it back because it slips.
See? There you go.
And that's what I'm doing. And this is what they look like. I've had multiple comments about my hijabs and how I don't wear them correctly. There's never no one right hijab to wear. There's multiple different types of hijabs that you can wear. And this is the kind that I wear.
I kind of think people that are making those comments should try and buy like a hijab for cheap somewhere and just wear it. Just at home. Like, if they don't feel comfortable wearing it outside, wear it indoors all day. And I'm just curious then how comfortable that would be for someone. And then, maybe they'd kind of understand it a little bit. But I think there's even, like, I don't know who does it, but I remember seeing something about, like, a National Hijab Day or something where, like, all women wear them on campuses and stuff. I don't know if that's really a thing or if it was just a certain campus, but I think that's very interesting. Just kind of basically see what it's like in the other person's shoes, or in this case, hijab.
It's long in the back. This is where your head goes through this little slit, and then here's the front. I have no idea what is on it. I just don't see that.
That's a pretty color.
And then, let me see. I don't know if hold on. Here's one of my bonnets.
Actually, too, the 99-cent store will sell those scarves that's one piece, and you can wrap the scarf a couple of ways to, like, make it longer on your neck. And I think it even has an option to turn it into a head wrap. I don't know if it fits in the same way, but I've seen that.
These are what I wear underneath.
I love those.
Which is
so
like
cute.
this, okay? It has an elastic on the back that kind of like my hair holds it in place. This part is what opens up and goes on my forehead before the hijab goes on. And then I have multiple things that I put on.
I love it too.
Sometimes I wear my headbands. I wear my jewel bands. I wear beads. I wear them all because
I love it. Why not?
Why not?
Yep.
So
Decorate
that is that about my hijabs. I have worn the ones where you wrap it and you flip it and you pin it and you do all that good stuff. For me right now, it's easier for me just to flip this on my head and go. I don't got time right now to do my hijab and make it look good. And also, right now, I don't got the time for that thing to be slipping all over the place. And that's what it does. So for me, that's why I opt to wear these kind. They are not children's hijabs. If a child was to put this on, it would slip right over their head. Because why? It doesn't fit them. Why? Because this is an adult one. These are made to wear all the time. So I don't know where some people get their information that these are not the right kind, but they really are the right kind. You can wear any type of hijab that you want. As long as you're covering, that's all that matters. I've seen lots of comments about like what I wear, that I don't dress like a Muslim, if that's what you want to say. Yeah. First of all, okay, I've seen multiple comments about my tattoos. Yes, I've got multiple tattoos. I've got tattoos all over my body. But that was before I had converted to Islam. And as most people I think know, tattoos are permanent unless you want to go in and pay money to have them taken off by laser. And A, I am not going through the pain of that. B, I don't want to spend money on that. And C, I got my tattoos before I ever converted, so it's not like it's something that I can obviously take back right now.
Yeah, and honestly, I like tattoos. Obviously, I have 4 of them. But, so I don't see any issue with them. In fact, I like her tattoos. It was cool to see the one on her ankle when she did her weigh-in. I'm a big fan. So, and I feel like if, you know, her husband likes her tattoos, and if I don't know if they go to a church, you know, whatever they do as far as that goes, but if they don't mind, if when she was getting married to her husband they didn't mind, like, I don't feel like it's an issue. Like, people do things, and you know, she's not like she's getting new ones, so I don't know, I don't have an issue with it.
If I even wanted to. The way that I dress, I think I do as best as I can. As a big person, it's hard to really find clothes that are well-fitting, that are comfortable, that don't make you hotter than the sun being dressed. I am a warm-blooded person, so I am automatically warm all the time. So for me, I rather find wearing the low-cut capris that have a little bit of shortness in the length of the pant, to just let my legs kind of get a little bit of air. And I do my very best to dress as proper as I can, but you know what? I am human. I am not perfect. I don't think there's anyone that is perfect, but I do in my heart what's the best thing I can do, and that's all that matters. Nobody has to worry about that. The only person that's going to pay for any consequences, if there is any to be paid, would be me. So ultimately, nobody has to really worry about that. That's something that I'll just deal with on my own time, and when I have to deal with it, that's what I have to deal with it. But to constantly be so focused on that, it's like, oh my god, calm down, you guys, calm down. But anyway, so enough of that. I am coming on today because I just wanted to kind of chit chat with you guys a little bit, because tomorrow is Wednesday. And we all know what Wednesday stands for. It is WW Day, Wednesday weigh-in day, the aha moment day, whatever kind of day you want to make it be. But that's what Wednesdays are for me, is my weigh-in day, and I will continue to stay with that schedule. I am going to, right outside the gate, say that I don't think I lost any weight this week. I would be really, really surprised if that scale shows any weight loss.
Yeah, and I think sometimes you can just kind of tell. Like, when I did my last weigh-in, I knew I probably wasn't going to lose a lot, if anything. I didn't expect to gain. I think I gained 2-point-something pounds, which I know it's not a lot, but I didn't really want to gain. My friend was saying, well, you know, it's probably just water weight gain, and maybe that's the case. And that's one of the things that can be difficult about doing, you know, the scale and having that be your only form of measurement, is that there are so many factors that can alter your scale. But this week I'm just trying harder. Yesterday Yesterday, I stayed under my calorie intake, and as well as today, I'm done eating for the day. All I have is my water. So I'm doing better. And today was one of my walks, so that was good. So yeah, that's that. But you just kind of know sometimes. You can just tell. But maybe she's wrong, and maybe she did lose some weight. Who knows? But I know with that swelling that she's been having, I don't know.
In fact, was it yesterday? Yeah, I want to say it was yesterday. I got on the scale and it said I was 482. You guys, that is how much more weight have I put on. And I don't know how. I really don't. I have been, honest to God, drinking my water. I'm not eating as much, but are my choices the way that they should be? No. No. I've been slacking. I've been getting comfortable, as I was sharing with you a couple days ago. I've been getting comfortable, and I've been dipping in here and dipping in there and having a little this here.
And the crazy thing is, it all adds up. Like, if you really look at the foods you ate, or the food you eat, and you, like, because I was thinking, so when I was doing low carb, I would buy, like, the sugar-free stuff. And I'd be like, oh, it's sugar-free. I can eat as much of it as I want, as long as my my carb count is good. And then I was looking, like, I bought these sugar-free cookies. And I'm looking at them, I'm like, 3 is in a serving. That's it. And I probably would have been eating, like, half the package, probably 3 times that much. And, even, like, really small things, like certain fruits and stuff, it all adds up and you don't realize it. And you're just like, oh, wow, I wouldn't have imagined that I would have eaten that much. Which is why I like tracking, because it kind of just gives you an idea of how you're eating and what you're eating. Now, while I was under my count, I'm pretty sure everything except for my lunch was sugary. I had cereal, a granola bar, a cookie, sugar-free candy, and then I had oatmeal for dinner because I was not in the mood to make a darn thing, but it was maple, whatever. So yeah, I'm sure if I looked at my sugar count, which I haven't even checked, I'm sure I'm like real high, but yeah, so I get it.
Having a little bit there, and it does add up. But in my mind, I sit there and I say, well, okay, so we're on Friday, just say, and I'll be like, okay, well, I can have, I'm just going to throw something out there, it really wasn't this, but I can have pizza, and I still have X amount of days to work it off before Wednesday, my weigh-in day, and then Saturday comes, and well, I think I can have this because I still have a couple of days and I can work it out. And that's how I do it all the way up until Tuesday. And then I'm like, oh crap, tomorrow is weigh-in day. I haven't put any efforts into any part of my weight loss. Yeah, the scale's going to be talking and the scale's going to be saying, get off of me because you've just gained how much weight.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I try not to do that, because I'm like, yeah, but my thought process is more like, well, if I do good today and I do good tomorrow and I do good the next day, it's all going to add up and my weigh-in should be good. My goal is always to at least lose a pound each weigh-in. That's kind of my goal. Although since I gained 2.5 pounds, I'd like to lose about 3 or 4 pounds to go lower than I was the week before. That would make me feel good. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I'm also not, I'm not going to undereat just to do that. Like, I'm not going to do that. But I definitely need to do better. Oh, it's just, I don't know. She's right, though. You get comfortable, and then you think you're doing a really good job, and then before you know it, you're eating way more than you anticipated, and now you've gained, 10 pounds, and you're just like, okay, what the heck is happening? So I get it.
I am going to try and get new batteries before tomorrow morning. I don't know if my batteries are going dead on my scale because my scale is being so inconsistent that I don't know if I trust the numbers that are really being shown right now. So batteries. I'm going to do that. I'm hoping that I'll get batteries tonight. And so if not, I'm still going to weigh with the batteries I have in my scale, and whatever my scale says, what we're going to go with. If it says that I'm at 550 pounds, then I guess we're going to go at 550 pounds. If it says that I'm down to 320 pounds, well, I don't think we'll go off of that. But still, we will be going with whatever number comes up on the scale tomorrow. But I do have to say that I know that I have to get serious, and I know that I've already given the spill, and I've already given the speech, and I don't need to give the speech again. You guys know what I am trying to do. You guys know what efforts I've been making, and quite frankly, I'm going to say I haven't made much of an effort at all.
Okay,
I wanted to. I have best intentions to, but to actually get up and make those efforts be something in real life, I have to say that I haven't done as good as I should have, or that I could have. And so tomorrow I'm gonna today actually I haven't really done much of anything that would be setting me off big time, but starting tomorrow I'm just gonna clean my slate. We're still on our journey. You know, people can call it a cycle if that's what they want.
Sorry, guys.
You know, I'm a food addict.
Trying to get healthy here.
Food is my go-to. So when I am wanting food, I'm just gonna go, and we can keep making excuses. We can say that things are, these ways and that way and all over the place. But in the reality, at the end of the day, I like to eat. I enjoy to eat. I don't like to exercise. Who wants to exercise when you're this big and when your bones and muscles hurt?
Yeah, I get that. Exercise isn't fun for me. That's why I don't do the gym. But that's why I'm looking into groups, where I can go on walks and stuff like that. And I actually registered to do a 5K, a bubble run, which should be so much fun. And they also had a inflatable one, which I will register for because they have them throughout the U.S. But I got to get money first. After I make a little extra money, I'm going to register because the bubble run was free to register, and then it was like $10 for whatever, I don't know. And then you get a free shirt. I'm getting something else, I can't remember. Oh, sunglasses, which I paid for. They were like $5. And then I also got the insurance, which was $3. In case whatever reason, can't make it, something happens, then I have the insurance. And I was like, okay, fine. So I ended up being about $20. But it would have been about $65 because I think it's like, well, I don't know. I don't remember if that one was $45 normally or if it was the other one that I want to do, because the other one is $25, originally like $50. But so stuff like that, that's more me, and I can walk it, which I'm so probably gonna walk it. It's a few months from now, so I feel like it gives me time. Maybe if I actually lose weight and get a little healthier, it won't be as difficult on me. But the only bad thing is the shirts that they didn't have big enough for me. I'm a 3X. And they only had a 1X, so whatever happens, like, I probably won't be able to wear it. Maybe I'll tie it around my waist or something. But I'm just going to go with my gym stuff, some shoes, stuff I don't care about, because the bubbles are colored, and I don't know if it stains, so, but yeah, it should be fun. So I'm really excited.
Since I did my workout, you guys, I have not been able to hardly walk because, one, my legs are killing me, and two, my back is absolutely shot. And I know it's because of the exercising I did, and my back is not strengthened. So, I have to work through that, and I have to somehow figure out this body pain so I can start building that muscle in my back. Because I can't keep going on with my back being the way it is. It just isn't going to work. It really isn't. So,
and the thing is, too, as you lose weight, that will lessen. Because I have the same issue. My lower back, oh my goodness. Like, walking is fine. It's if I'm standing for too long, and then it's just the compression of my back in that lower area. Oh, man. My knees, too. Which that's more of a recent thing, like the past year-ish. It's been my knees, especially after I fell onto my knees. Oh, I still hurt thinking about it. My right one's never been the same since. My left one is okay. It's the only one I can put pressure on now. But that was no fun. So, yeah, I get it. That's why I'm, so, anal about falling, because I'm 330-something right now. And at my weight and my height, falling just, I worry that if I fall again on my knees, that I would probably shatter them and I wouldn't be able to walk. So yeah, I'm very don't fall.
Tomorrow, again, like I said, we're just gonna get up. We're gonna weigh. We're gonna see where I'm at. I'm gonna mark it on my calendar or on my board, like we've been doing. Well, I didn't actually mark it last week, but I have it written down. But mark this week on my board. Whatever it is what we're gonna start with, and we're just gonna hit this ground running because I have to do this, and I know that I've said this multiple times, but one of these days I hope it's going to click, and I'm hoping that it's this Wednesday, tomorrow, when I get on that scale and I see whatever number's coming at it, that I know that I have to do what I have to do. I don't want to be 500 plus pounds. I'm not there yet, but I'm climbing close to that number. And I don't want to ever see that number. So for me, it's time to get really serious and really, really take all of what I have been learning and really work hard on what I need to do. Tomorrow is Ollie's day off, so I am going to be doing some food prepping. If I need to go and get vegetables, I'll go and get the vegetables.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And it's really easy, to start something like that, to start to get better, because you're thinking of, you're just excited. But the actual doing it is the hardest part. The execution is the difficult part, So it's like you want to do better, but sometimes it can take more of a toll than you think. But it is worth it. I know it's worth it. And that's the thing you have to always tell yourself, like, yeah, I like those cookies and I like those cakes, but I like me better. And, I like the idea of being able to move better and play with my children better. And, because the thing is, like, the longer you stay that size, the harder it becomes. And eventually, you may have the inability to walk. And, you don't want that, of course, so it's worth it.
But I am going to do that tomorrow, but I'm starting tomorrow again back at it really hard. I'm going to start my exercising. I'm just going to do exercising every single day. I'm not going to just do it once every other day, because right now I'm not doing enough impact to actually really make a big difference. So I think working it every day, a couple times a day, I think would be more fair to this whole situation. So anyways, I know it's kind of like one of those, oh, we told you so, we knew that you weren't going to stick with it. And it's not that I've given up.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start adding some hikes to my end of the day routine. Like when I get off of work, I'm just going to go to a trail and walk it for an hour. Especially on the days I don't do walks with at work. So like Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Except for this Wednesday, because I will be at work. I'm babysitting, so I'll be gone all day. But so this Friday, that's what I'm going to do. Because I'd like to walk every day. But I can't do the work walk every day because it's a pain to get because I carry him on the child I care for on my hip. Because he doesn't like the stroller. So I have this strap that I put on, and it's a little seat for him. And the walks usually, today was like 25 minutes, but it'd be 25 to 31 minutes, which is fine. It's not, but when you're walking with 20 plus pounds, I might as well be walking an hour in that case. Plus, if he gets cranky during the walk, there's that, getting him dressed, getting me ready. It's just a pain. If he at least did the stroller, it'd make life a little easier, but he just doesn't. I can't put him in anything. If I'm not holding him, he'll complain. So that's why I only do that Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I think the rest of the days, I'm just going to go do a trail. Maybe even the same trail I've done a few times because I like it. Sorry. Ow, I pulled something when I did that. But yeah. So yeah, I get it. Now the weekends, I don't know. It just depends, but I still want to try to keep that up on the weekends too.
Hasn't been that I've given up, but I have become relaxed and I have become not serious with it again. And I want to nip it now before I just go back completely from eating whatever I want to eat and just assuming that it's not going to do anything to my body, to, oh, now I need to get things serious. So I haven't went to that yet. I'm still eating like I should be, but I'm eating more variety that could be causing the weight gain. So that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to think, what did I have? I had Taco Bell one day. It was this week. I had Taco Bell. I don't even want to know what the calorie count was. I think that's it, because I won't eat like McDonald's food or anything because of the salt. The salt in the hamburgers and fries and stuff like that give me really bad headaches.
Yeah, it's funny too, like, even if you go out, because I remember one time I had gone out with someone, my friends, and two of my friends, and we were out, and I was like, all right, I'll get the healthy thing on the menu, and I think it was like a grilled chicken with veggies, cucumbers, and stuff like that. But then I looked at the carbs and like all the nutrition facts, and I could not believe how much was in it. And that was supposed to be the healthy choice. That thing had like, oh gosh, I don't even know, 40 something, 50 something carbs. And back then I was, trying to stick to a lower amount. And so I, even eating half of it was insane. So you'd be surprised that even going out and getting the healthier stuff can still be unhealthy compared to just making it at home.
So I don't technically usually eat those, but I do eat fast food though, and I need to get that out of my system. Like, I need to know that this is just not going to work, and I have to stay away from the drive-thrus. I have to, and get back into gear and just start kicking butt, because I know what I want, and I know that it's right there dangling in front of me. It's just having the ability to believe in yourself that's a challenge in its own self, because a lot of times people lack that. I do. I lack in believing in myself. I lack that I can do this. I tell myself every day when I get up, you're going to fail. You are going to fail. And I don't want that.
Yeah, that's definitely not going to help. I don't typically do stuff like that, but it's more like I believe in myself. Like, I could believe I could do it if I put in the effort. And I've done it, like, I've done certain things that I put my mind to. But I think for me, it's more like, if I do too much, it's going to backfire on me. So I just need to be careful in what I do. And so right now, just trying to keep my calorie count down is my first step. Once I get used to that, and once that's something that I can do with ease, so like I give myself a few weeks, then, I can change the types of calories I'm getting, and limit the amount of sugars that I'm eating and the processed food, and stick to, more natural things, and fresh fruits and fresh vegetables. And that's really what I want to get to. But sometimes that's difficult, because it's just easier for me to buy a frozen meal and take that to work. But it is nice, though, because I have leftovers from yesterday's dinner, so I took leftovers for lunch today. And if there's any leftovers tomorrow, I'll be taking those. And that was really good, so I like having leftovers. I just have to figure out, I have a couple things in the freezer I gotta try to make. So that's next on my list.
I do have a doctor's appointment coming up, and I'm definitely going to be talking to him about a few things, about intervention with weight loss, because I am really serious. I really, 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 really want to lose this weight. So I'm going to see what options are out there for me to help me, because I'm not getting any younger, and this is just going on too much, and I'm not willing to continue to wait. Like, I'm just not. So I am willing to start researching different things that could possibly help me to get this under control, because I just can't do it anymore. And before I start, having things happen to my body or happen to me that could result in death, I have to get serious. I don't want another woman raising my children. And when I say that, I know that sounds really bad, but when I go to bed at night and I think about like my day and what I ate, what I did, I'll think about like, if something happened to me and say I died, I could not imagine telling Ollie, you can never be with another woman, that you have to stay, solely to me, even if I'm not there. He's still young. He's still in prime age, and our children are young. And just the thought of knowing that my husband could remarry to another woman, even though he says, honey, I would never do that, that's just not, I know that, but it's still that chance that he meets somebody and he decides that, well, Amy would understand or whatever.
Yeah, I get that. And the thing is that there's something you can do now to change the likelihood that you'll leave your children while they're young, and that you'll lessen your life. And I feel like, caring about yourself is big, and that should always be your reason for wanting to get healthier, is for yourself. But when you have kids, I feel like that just like goes up so much more, because now it's not just yourself you need to worry about, it's them. Like if I had children, the last thing I would ever want is to leave them before they're ready to, before they're independent as adults. I'm fortunate in the fact that by the time my parents passed away, I was already living outside of their home, and so it wasn't as devastating, I don't think, for me as it could have been if I had been dependent on them, and now all of a sudden my whole world is upside down, and what am I going to do? So I'm thankful at least for that. Now, mind you, of course, I wish I could have had them longer, and if certain things had been different in their lives, I probably would. But whatever. They made unhealthy choices in their lives, and unfortunately, those unhealthy choices are why they're no longer here. But, at least I was old enough to understand it. Whereas, your children are just not. They're not old enough. So, it's not something you want to do. So, that's why you got to nip it in the bud and get your weight loss journey going forward.
And here comes another woman married in my spot and raising my babies and doing things with my babies that I wanted to do. And because I was a glutton and because I was selfish and I chose to eat food, then take my health serious and know that these things can happen, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. So I have to get this under control. I have to do something, because not doing anything is not working. Trying to just diet on my own, it's not working. I don't know what is going on, but I don't know. I even told Ollie about 6 months ago. I want to say it was about 6 months ago. I told him that I'm almost at the point where I would actually give up being at home for a few months and going into a lockdown facility to where they can get my weight and stuff under control. Does it really need to come to that?
No, I mean, of course you have to be able to have the self-control to do it, but I definitely think getting help is something you should do. Getting a dietitian, getting whoever you need, a therapist, which I believe you have both of those things, really listening to them. And, I think you should have a support person that you can call anytime you have the urge to eat above your means or to do something you're not supposed to. And also that motivation to work out. Someone was telling me that there are these mommy hiking groups that are throughout the country, where you join them and you take your kids with you and you go for walks. You just go for walks. I'm sure if you search, you could find a group that would work for your needs. One for beginners. That's what I'm doing with the hiking thing. Like, I'm finding ones for beginners. Meetup is a good app. I think you should download that app. It's a good app to find groups. You can kind of search specific things in your area. But I think that would be a really good idea. Something to consider.
I don't know. Do I need to go into one of those facilities where they control everything I eat, make me get up and do therapy and things like that so I can drop my weight? I don't know. But whatever I'm doing right now is not working, because I constantly am restarting my promise to myself every day. Today's going to be a good day. We're going to make it. 2 hours in, no. Whatever is in front of my face sounds better than what I just told myself a couple hours prior. So then after I eat it, then I'm just like, okay, well, tomorrow I'll start again.
Mm-hmm.
Wake up the next day.
Cycle.
Today's the day. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do good. A couple hours goes by, and bam, I'm doing something else. It's a constant fight, battle in my body, in my brain. And, and the thing is, I'll sit there and I'll be like, God, it's just food. It is
right.
Just food. Why is it so important to me? Why is it something that's so overpowering? Like, I got the kids pizza, and I was like, I'm not getting myself pizza. I'm just not going to do it. And I didn't. But on my way home, like, the whole time, I was sitting there battling in my brain, just one piece won't hurt. Just one piece. No, that's just one piece. It's not going to hurt. But I know one piece is going to lead into 4 and 5 slices. I'm not stupid with myself. I know. And I will justify every piece as it goes into my mouth.
Yeah, the thing is that, like, a lot of foods, the way that they're prepared or whatever, they add so much to it. The sugars and the sodium and, like, you name it, all the crap that they put in there. That when we eat it, my ear's itchy, sorry. It basically hits that center of our brain, the euphoric center, and it makes us feel good. And then when it starts to go away, our bodies want that again. I mean, that's why it's compared to drugs, because it really is like a drug. And we become addicted. And these companies don't care, how obese we become, as long as we're buying their products. That's all that matters. And we feed it to our children, and a lot of the times they become obese. And it's like, it's horrible, that we're doing this to ourselves, but it is a drug. And it's something you have to be aware of, and you just have to be really careful with it. And when you're addicted, you just have to, unfortunately, limit as much as you can. And I'm saying that knowing that I still, crave the sweets, which is why I do the sugar freeze, but I'm still getting the sweets, and I understand that. So I struggle the same way. That's my struggle constantly. And it'll be a never-ending struggle, and it's one that I'm trying to work towards, but yeah, it's an addiction for sure.
Mouth. I will make it okay somehow so that I don't feel guilty until after I've eaten it, and then I'm like, oh my God, what did I just do?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. Like I said, I have to do something. I don't know what it's going to be just yet, you guys. If you have any suggestions, email me them. Please don't comment them, because I rarely read my comments anymore. I try to read them. If I heart them, I've read them, even if I agree or disagree. But if you have any, like, real good foundation ideas, things that maybe you did that worked for you, or a family member or something, send it my direction, because I have to start doing something. There's got to be another way out. There just has to be something else out there for me. I just don't know exactly. I haven't got my finger on it, but it's sure moving, trying to point what it's gonna be. So, anyways,
I'm gonna message her.
I hope you guys had a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday. Tomorrow is our weekend starting for our family. So tonight is our Friday. Tonight, Biggest Loser starts. I'm so excited. I love that show, actually. I really do. It's a lot of good motivation as well.
Still watch it.
But every year before, when I would watch it, I'd be sitting there watching it with a bowl of ice cream. Like, really? Come on now. What's that going to do to you?
That's like me watching my 600-pound life. Sometimes I'll do that. Not like with a bowl of ice cream or anything, but I'll like be eating something that I probably shouldn't be, and I'm just like, but I'm not 600 pounds. I'm like, but I wasn't 300 pounds, and now I am. So like, I mean, I don't know if I could ever get to 600 pounds because I am active enough that I feel like I burn enough calories that I probably would never get to 600. But who knows? I'm sure the people who are at 600 never thought they would either. And I know as I get older, my metabolism will slow, and it'll be a lot easier for me to gain weight. And I want children, and, you know, I can't be an unhealthy mother for my children. So, yeah, I get it.
So I'm really excited to see the changes, because it's been off of the air for a few years. So I'm really excited to see how they've got things changed. I know that there's some new coaches on. I'm not sure exactly. I know Julia Michael isn't on there, or Julian Michael.
Jillian.
That's her name. I don't know if Dovette is still there or not, but anyways.
I just know Jillian from other
That
things.
is like my day. That's just what I've been going through all day today, is just really trying to think. Maybe I could just get online and start searching different things to intervene with weight loss. I mean, I don't know, but I probably will go with whatever my doctor suggests, and then just see from there what exactly, we can do. So anyways, I am going to close. I need to edit this, get it up, because, well, that's just what I do. I usually edit and put them straight up the same day that I record. I don't do pre-recordings. I don't like watching pre-recordings, so I try and do same day recordings. I know a few people are like, just don't be sitting here preaching to us, get up and do things. And you know what, as nice as that sounds, I'm trying. I really am. I just haven't gotten to that point yet. But anyways, tomorrow's a new day. Tomorrow is
Wednesday.
Step on the scale day, and we're going to see what's happening. There's no promise to anything. I really, I don't foresee that I've lost any weight. I don't feel like I have, but I don't know. I mean, I really don't, not until we get on the scale. So, anywho, I hope everybody has a wonderful, wonderful middle of the week day tomorrow, and I will check in with you guys again soon. Bye-bye.
Well, I definitely know where she's coming from, because her mood, especially at the end of this video, is exactly how I've been feeling. So I get it. But I'm definitely going to message her some ideas that I have, and just, see what she says. But, yeah, I don't know, I understand it. And a lot of people talk about, like, oh, she's just making excuses, and she is lazy, and she's this, and, like, I'm all those things. Well, the lazy and stuff, anyway. I try not to make excuses if I can help it, but I get it. Like, I get it. I know where she's coming from, so that doesn't bother me so much, as long as she doesn't come on here and be like, oh, that's it, I can't do it, just forget it, I'm not going to try, that, I'd be like, no, you can't do that, you have to keep trying. But I definitely think she needs more of a support system, other than her husband, because I don't think he's ever had a weight issue, so it's not something he fully understands. So I think she needs to find people in her area that fully understand what she's going through. So, and I hope she can do that. I hope you guys like my video. Also, if you haven't, I do have a Twitter. It's linked in my description, like in the front of my page. And then, of course, in my all my videos have the copy and paste URL if you need it, but that's where I'll post anything kind of update wise or whatever. So please go ahead and go on there and join my Twitter. And other than that, of course, comment, like, and subscribe, as they say. And I will see you guys soon.